Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This is BT Plays here, and today we are in the Buick GNX. A very lovely vehicle. It looks a bit like the Firebird TA, I think it's called, but it's a Buick instead, and it looks very nice in this game. So let's go ahead and test it out. But before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new, as it does help out the channel. So let's get straight into the customization of this vehicle. I did get it for free, by the way, with the season pass, so I didn't pay anything for this vehicle. But let's just get straight into the customization. And what color do we want this thing in? A black does look very good. A bright color doesn't look too good on this vehicle. Maybe like a dark grayish, maybe like a metallic, gray. We'll go with a metallic gray. That looks alright. We'll go with that. That's fine. We have 5 hoods to choose from. I sort of like that one, not that one, sorry, that one. I like that one, we'll go for that one. 12 front bumpers to choose from. I like the covered up front headlights there. I do like that a lot. Which one are we going to go for here? We're going to go for this one, I think. I like the covered up headlights a lot. We have 3 front fenders to choose from as well. The light grey, like tiling on the actual fender looks quite nice. But also the carbon looks very nice as well. We're going to go for the carbon. We have rims. We're going to keep them as they are. We'll change them to red. We'll have the carbon skirt as well. We have 3 rear fenders. We'll get the carbon to match the front fender. We have 3 rear wings. We'll go for the carbon wing as well. That looks very nice. We have 12 rear bumpers to choose from. I do like the straight light all the way like across the rear bumper. And that one does look very nice, so we'll go with that one. And the interior colour, we'll go for grey. Not too grey, but we'll go for that. And we'll keep that as it is. Not a lot of customization, but hopefully the performance makes up for the customization. Vanity and livery items can of course be changed, but let's get into the upgrade parts or the performance parts. And let me take some from the last vehicle I literally just reviewed, the Caprice. So I'll take them from that vehicle and put them on this vehicle, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, the parts have been put on, and that was a bit of a struggle, but the parts are now on, and this thing has a top speed of 180 miles per hour, has a 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds, brake distance 60 to 0 is 21.4 yards, and it also has 809 horsepower. Enough of me talking, let's test out this vehicle, and I'll see you at the event in a second. I don't know why, but I've heard of Buick, and I know Buick vehicles, but I've never used one in any racing game, so it's quite nice to actually use this vehicle. And I had no idea the GNX was even a thing. Like, I didn't even know it was a vehicle. It looks very familiar, but didn't actually know it was a vehicle, so hopefully it is pretty good. But yeah, it definitely looks like the Firebird from Pontiac, isn't it, I think? But off we go. The acceleration isn't actually too bad. It's actually pretty speedy, wow. Okay, let's see how it handles. It's a street tier 1 vehicle, so I'm not expecting the best performance here. But hopefully we can get something out of this vehicle. And handling wise, it's pretty decent as well. It feels pretty nimble and it does handle pretty good as well. I can't really complain about this vehicle so far. Brakes as well seem on point. We've just got 2 other laps to go with this vehicle, and hopefully this thing maintains its decent start. Yeah, this thing handles very well. I was not expecting this vehicle to actually be decent. Obviously it won't be the fastest vehicle in the game, because street tier 1 vehicles are just useless. And I mean, I'm glad they have added the street tier 1 and street tier 2 like different categories, because obviously in the Crew 2 you could just make like a Mini Cooper just faster than a Berlinetta or something like that, where in real life obviously that isn't possible. So Street Tier 1 and Street Tier 2 having like different categories is pretty decent, and I've completely spun out there because of the curb, my fault. But onto the second lap, and we are flying. I was definitely not expecting anything from this vehicle. I thought it was going to be like a bog standard awful street tier 1 vehicle that I would never use ever again, but this might be a go-to street tier 1 vehicle, even though I don't know who uses street tier 1 vehicles at all, but if I was, I might pick this vehicle, 100%. And it definitely has some of the best handling I've seen on any vehicle as well, which is crazy because I have tested out quite a few vehicles, both on the channel and just like in my free time. And this one actually feels nice to drive and nice to race with as well, which is completely crazy because most of them just feel, I'll be honest, most of them in this game feel awful. I don't really like some of the handling models in this game, but this one actually feels really decent. It's like consistent throughout, and I feel like some of them aren't all that consistent. I'm not gonna lie, I am a GNX fan now. I think I am a Buick fan. I do like this vehicle a lot, but the only thing is they're just so slow. I just don't like street tier 1 events or just using street tier 1 vehicles. It makes the time go so slow because what, we're 3 minutes 30 now, and we would have done this about a minute ago if we were using any other vehicle. But no, we are using a street tier 1 vehicle, so time will just go completely, well, like 10 times slower. I think the finish line is around here somewhere. I think literally one more turn. Test out the handling for the final turn. There we go. Beautiful vehicle. Absolutely amazing performance-wise. Wow, I was not expecting that. But let's get into the final verdict and see if this thing is actually worth picking up. Okay, so as you probably gathered, I did enjoy that vehicle. Maybe a little bit too much, but it just felt really, really nice. It handled well. Wasn't the fastest vehicle, but it was one of the fastest street tier 1 vehicles I've used, and the brakes were also very good. It just felt like a very well-rounded vehicle, and I can't really complain about that at all. Customization wise, I think is where it lacks. There's not really much customization at all, but apart from that, it is a solid vehicle. And if there was like street tier 1 go-to events, or even if you're like using a street tier 1 vehicle in grand races, for example, this vehicle could be pretty decent. But yeah, out of 10, I'm going to give this vehicle, I'm going to give it a solid 8.3 out of 10. A vehicle I would use again. And yeah, performance wise, really good. Like I said, the only thing that really lets it down is the customization, but 8.3 is very fair for this vehicle. And of course, if you have used this vehicle, tell me what you think of it down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next video.